Another priority you've talked about, you've always been a great advocate for fighting for service members and veterans. Do you have any legislation planned to help those who served or who are serving now?
Yeah, so I appreciate the question, Dwayne. The first, I'm really proud that this last session, we were finally, after years of promises, I was able to get a bill passed that I sponsored with co-sponsors from the entire Leavenworth House delegation that finally funds a veterans home for Northeast Kansas. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. They're trying to decide where to put the thing, and I'm fighting like the third monkey trying to get on the ark to get that put right here or as close to here as possible. But I'm also, we also, after we get the location decided, we've got to go to the federal government because it's a matching program. They pay 65%, we pay 35%. I've gotten us the 35%, but now we got to go out and get that 65%. And I've been working with Senator Moran. He got me in the room with the Secretary of Veterans Affairs for the federal Secretary of Veterans Affairs, and I wrestled him to the ground and made him promise that he'd give our grant application serious consideration. So, God willing, we're going to be able to get that here or near here in Leavenworth over the next couple of years. But what I'm working on now is really kind of two-pronged because it addresses this inflation issue, but it also addresses our economy right here in Leavenworth. We've got this huge pool of talent on Fort Leavenworth. 6,000 people live on Fort Leavenworth, but very, very few of them are actually Kansas residents because they come through Texas or they come through Alaska where there's no income tax, and they become residents of those states. And so they come through here, but they continue to be Texas or Alaska residents. And there's all kinds of second and third order effects to that, like they're registering their cars there instead of here. They're paying fees for licenses and things like that in their home state instead of here. And so I want to get more of those people to become Kansas residents while they're here. First, because they'll be doing all those things like registering cars and licenses, but I want them to come back. I want them to feel like they're Kansans and one day come back here and live and grow their families after they separate from the military. And so I'm working on a tax exemption bill that will exempt the first $30,000 of military pay. That's about what a sergeant makes on active duty, but it would also affect guardsmen. It would basically exempt, unless a guardsman's on active duty, it would exempt all guard pay. Because in my mind, if they're serving the state shouldn't be taking back some of the money they give them every month. So that's the added benefit of it. But really, the goal is to get those folks that are stationed here at Fort Leavenworth, that are stationed at Fort Riley, that are stationed at McConnell Air Force Base, get them to become Kansas residents. So as they go around the Army, they're going to remain Kansas residents, and God willing, they come back here and raise their families after they separate.
A lot have.
Yeah. Here's one right here.
Yeah.